Hey, also I'm going to be testing out various methods to defeat Guardians, and looking at which ones are the most effective, the least effective, and which ones may be the quickest. Now my preferred method is to use the Master Sword with Stasis Plus and the Barbarian Armour. Now the reason I like the Barbarian Armour is because of the attack up bonus, as you can see here. So the basic method here is to run at the Guardian. You see a Guardian over there. When he sees me, use Stasis, and just chop the legs off. Now this method is good because it's also cost effective. You're only using the Master Sword, which regenerates anyway, and Stasis, which you can't use up. And then once the legs are off, just hit him. If he starts firing at you like he was just about to there, activate Stasis again. Nice and easy, there we go. Collect your loot. So that was also pretty quick, as you saw. I'm going to try out a few other methods as well now. Okay, so say you don't have the Barbarian Armour yet. Let's equip some really basic armour. What should I equip? Let's equip that. That's a very weird set. A nice 3 defense there. It's still not that much more difficult. Same strategy as before. It'll take a little bit longer. Let him get a lock on. Rush in, use Stasis, chop the legs off. The legs still only take 2 hits. The main part takes a little bit longer to defeat though. There we go, the legs are off. He looks at me, just use Stasis like that. Then he'll turn around, giving you enough time to defeat him like that. Oh right, that was still pretty easy. Okay, so what happens if you don't have the Master Sword yet? You don't have Stasis Plus. You only have a sort of average weapon. Going to equip that one for the sake of this. You're going to need to use arrows. Now this method is quite tricky actually. It's definitely a lot easier with Stasis Plus. Alright, so let's try and defeat one with more basic equipment. You're going to need to hit him direct. There we go. And then chop the legs off as before. But this weapon is taking 3 hits. Weapon's already broken nearly. There we go. New weapon. Let's equip something reasonably weak. So yeah, get the legs off as before. And then when he starts firing the laser, do that. You need to be pretty decent with the bow to pull off this method. If you miss your shot, it's going to hurt. Alright, so there's got to be better methods than this. So let's try out a few other methods. Alright, so this time around I have equipped a Guardian Sword ++. Now this is an ancient weapon, so it should rip through the Guardian pretty quickly. I've also got my Barbarian Armour equipped. So let's see just how effective this actually is. Once again, I'm going to do the Stasis method. As you can see now, the legs take 1 hit. This is a very quick method. Do I even need to use Stasis again? Let's see. Nope, I don't need to use stasis again, as I've already defeated him. So that's a pretty good method. It's not as efficient as using the Master Sword though, as you're required to have an ancient weapon, and they break pretty quickly. Alright, so I'm going to do what I consider the lazy method to defeat one. This is basically me using Urbosa's Fury 3 times. This should pretty much defeat one. Maybe takes a few more hits just to make sure it's defeated. This is a very, very easy method to defeat one. The problem is you need to wait for Urbosa's Fury to recharge each time, so it's not a very efficient method to defeat one. Alright, so this time I've got a triple shot bow equipped. Here it is. I'm just going to be defeating a Guardian using that and normal arrows. Let's see how well this goes. I'll use stasis as before. I might need to bring him over. I'll use stasis and just hit him with arrows over and over again. There we go, right in the eye. Oh, look at that, that's a good one. You can defeat one using this method. It's not exactly good, and it relies on you actually hitting its eye unless you keep using stasis over and over. That's one method you can use. Alright, so the final method I'm going to be using here is a triple shot bow with ancient arrows. Now this should be good. If I get this right, the Guardian should just die instantly. Look at that, there we go. Guardian killed in seconds. It's not exactly a good method though, as ancient arrows are pretty difficult to get. There's still one method you can try. Alright, so I've moved to the central tower. There is one other thing I think is worth testing out. Let's see the difference with and without the barbarian armour. I'm going to try this on a regular Guardian. So there's one over here. Just going to wait until I get stasis back. I'm going to use the Master Sword for this. Let's see just how many hits it takes to defeat one with the barbarian armour equipped, then I'll take it off and try without. So that's 3 hits, 4, 5, 6 hits. There we go. 6 hits and it's defeated. Alright, so there's another one over here. Get rid of those first. They decide to get right in my way. Should be another Guardian somewhere around here. I believe it's over in this direction. There it is, over there. So I'll get nearby. Alright, let's remove my gear. There we go, I'm naked. Alright, let's see how many hits this takes now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 hits versus 6 hits. That gives you an idea of the effectiveness of a full set of barbarian armour. It effectively takes a third off the amount of time it takes to kill one. So that's pretty good. Alright, so I'm back to here. The final thing I'm going to do is attempt to see how many Guardians I can defeat as quickly as possible. I'm going to go around this sort of area, hunting as many guardians as possible. I'm going to see how many I can kill and how quickly I can kill them. I'm going to do this with the microphone turned off though, so I can concentrate. I'm going to use the Master Sword and Stasis method for most of this. I'm hoping I can get through at least 9 or 10 guardians in around 10 minutes, but we will see. Okay, here we go. Oh right, so finally I'm going to try and defeat a flying guardian. I pretty much cleaned out all the normal guardians in this area. I also used up the Master Sword. Now one thing you may have seen me do during that was use stasis kind of randomly. The idea behind that is that it shows up the items that the guardians drop. And it also shows up where the guardians are a bit better. It makes it a little bit faster when you're farming them. So now there's a flying guardian over there. I'm going to try and defeat that. Right, here we go. Got my bow ready. I've also got my shield ready. I might try and deflect one of its lasers back at it. So I normally avoid these when I can. They're very difficult to defeat. That's a pretty good shot. Get out of the way there. Right, let's try and get a parry out. There we go. Look at that. Can use that. Stun him from a long distance away. I don't think 3 of these will defeat him though. Might do, it'd be pretty close. Oh, there we go. It did work. Okay, he's dropped into the water though, which is a little bit annoying. Yeah, I don't normally bother defeating these. They don't drop that much. And not in this instance, as all the items have gone in the water. Maybe wasn't the best place to kill one. Okay, so that's me defeating a flying guardian. Can either hit it with arrows, use Urbosa's Fury, or try and reflect back its laser. Again though, I don't like defeating them. They don't really drop enough to make them worthwhile. I prefer to farm normal guardians if I'm going to defeat guardians and just avoid the flying ones. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. That's pretty much the end of the video now. If you want to check out some of my other videos, feel free to do so. If you want to subscribe, that would be awesome. And thanks for watching.